Okay, so the first thing, we're going to start now with HHH-CAB, because you start HHH-CAB with everything. Doesn't matter if it's bleeding, doesn't matter if it's a fracture, doesn't matter if it's CPR that we need to do. We don't know, because we need to go through the steps first. Okay, so the first step, we know, what is the first H in HHH? Hazard. We're looking for safety stuff. So this would be my safety, the casualty safety, the bystander safety, everyone here in the room. Is everyone safe? Now, I'm safe, so I can go to the casualty and check if he is safe. But before any of that, we've skipped one step. What is step number 0? When step number 1 is hazards, what is step number 0? Universal precautions. Before anything else, let's get a situation. Let's get a scenario going. So just outside here, there was an accident, and you were driving by. So you stop your car, you want to help. So you climb out, you go to the back of your car, you get in your boot your first aid kit. Inside of your first aid kit, you have your gloves and your CPR adjunct. Okay, CPR breathing mask. So you get 2 gloves, and you're going to put them on. Remember, for today and tomorrow, we're splitting up all of the steps. Step 1 is step 1. Step 2 is step 2. In a real life situation, you're going to do step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 at the same time. So this could be putting on your gloves while you're checking for hazards, while you're going to the casualty. Hello, sir, can you hear me? You can do all of that stuff combined. But for today, I want to split them up. I want to make sure that you're properly doing all of the stuff in the correct order. Okay, at least in your head. So for today, my gloves are on. I have my CPR shield, my CPR breathing mask, whatever you want to call it. I have it in my first aid kit. Let me show you where it's usually. It's usually inside there. There we have it, right. So I have it in my first aid kit, but for today, my first aid kit is my back pocket. So this is my first aid kit today. So I have my first aid kit. I can arrive now at the scene, and I'm going to start with the first H, hazards. So I'm safe. I'm going to go check the casualty is safe, right? You guys are safe. He's not stuck in any equipment, so it's fine. Now I can approach, and I can start with my second H, which would be hello. So this would be gaining consent and introducing yourself. Now in this situation, can we ask this guy, hello, sir? I see that you are lying on your back. I see that you're unconscious. Can I help you? Is he going to answer me? No. So in this situation, we want to do AVPU, alert, voice, pain, unresponsive. Now, he's already not alert. We know this. So V with voice, you want to shout, hello, sir, can you hear me? No response. So now we want to get to our knees, tap him on the shoulders. Hello, sir, can you hear me? No response. This means he's unresponsive or unconscious. Okay. So in this situation, can we handle anything that causes someone to go unconscious? Is that something that we can handle? No. It doesn't matter if it's internal or external, we need more help. We need to call the ambulance. So that's the next step. Step number 3, always call for an ambulance. So we're going to identify, Siobhan, please call an ambulance. The number is 112, and then she's going to go and call the ambulance while we're busy handling the situation. If there's no one else here, if it's just you and the casualty, take your phone, dial 112-082, and then speaker. Put it there, and then as you're speaking with the lady on the other side, we then have direct contact with the casualty. Okay, so that is the scene survey. Hazard, hello, help. What is the next survey? Huh? Primary survey first. I don't know why primary is actually the second survey, but it's fine. Primary survey. So what is the primary survey? Checking CAB, circulation, airway, breathing. Okay. So circulation in this situation would be, what is that? What is circulating? It's the blood. What makes the blood circulate? It's the heart. How do we know if our heart is beating? You check the pulse. Okay, so in the neck, we know on both sides, we can check the carotid ones. He doesn't have an arm, but I'm making as if he has an arm. So I'm always double checking the first time. Radial pulse and carotid at the same time. How long do we check? 2 hours, no? 10 seconds. Now, I'm not going to count on my watch. Someone else has to, because I'm counting the amount of beats. Okay, so I would then ask if anyone has a watch, and then they would count up until 10, and I'm going to stand here and feel, and within 10 seconds, I don't feel anything. He's dead. He does not have a heartbeat. So now I need to give him a heartbeat. I need to do chest compressions. Remember, this is not CPR yet. We haven't moved to CPR. This is still part of the primary survey. Okay, so inside of the primary survey, we check for pulse, we give him a pulse, and then we check for a pulse again. So how do we give someone a pulse? How do we do chest compressions? First, we need to find, what's the bone's name again? Xiphoid. The point that the sternum makes, the xiphoid process. Okay, so how do we do this? With someone that has a little bit more heft, you're going to have to go and feel. With this guy, he's so skinny, you can see there's the xiphoid, the point that it makes. But we can feel down the ribs, where the ribs come together, that is your xiphoid. Okay, who's left-handed? Right-handed, no? You're right-handed. You write with your right hand. Yeah, okay, so you take your right index finger, your dominant hand, and you put it on the xiphoid. There's your flagpole. Da-da-da-da, there's your xiphoid. I need to be 2 fingers away from my xiphoid. That's why I'm going to put my carpal bones. You remember the carpals. I'm going to be pushing only onto the carpals, not the metacarpals, and definitely not the phalanges. Only on my carpal bones, but 2 fingers away from the xiphoid. So once again, start on the xiphoid. 2 fingers away, that's where I'm going to put my carpal bones, right there. I'm going to interlock my fingers with the other hand, pull it away so that I don't roll the chest. You don't want to push the chest that way. I want to just push directly down. So I'm going to come straight over my wrist bones, directly below my elbow, directly below my shoulders, interlocking, locking everything, and I'm going to go straight down, up and down, up and down. I'm not pivoting with my elbows, I'm not pivoting with my shoulders, I'm going straight down with the hips like this. And this is what it's going to look like. So straight down until the click. We don't have a click. That's why we practice with him, because he's got a click. If you hear click, that's breaking ribs. You're going too deep. Go less deep. Okay. So how many do we do? 30. How quickly do we go? 100 beats per minute. We're going to sing that song, eh? Staying alive, staying. But obviously, we're not going to sing it aloud. We're going to sing it at the back of our head just to get the rhythm. Otherwise, everyone's going to sing staying alive. No. Okay, so once again, xiphoid. There we go. Coming straight over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 30 of them. Then I want to check, sometimes it can kickstart the heart. Maybe it worked in this situation. Checking pulse again, 10 seconds. There's still nothing. Or there is a pulse. It doesn't matter. Now we can move on to the next one. We have bought ourselves some time. Why do we do the chest compressions? And this is the reason why C has been switched before A. Because it used to be ABC. Why is it now CAB? Because how long has he been lying here? We don't know. We just arrived now. So how long has his heart been stopped? We don't know. We just checked now. It could be 2 hours, could be 2 minutes. Your brain can go without oxygen for between 4 to 6 minutes. So I always say 5 minutes. So maybe he's been lying here for 4 minutes and 59 seconds. And you're wasting time checking if he's breathing. We don't care about the breathing now. We care about the heart pumping oxygen to the brain. So that's why we check for pulse now first. No longer ABC, now it's CAB. Okay. But now we have bought ourselves some time pumping the little bit of oxygen that's already there to the brain. That's why we start with C first now. Okay, so we did now chest compressions. We checked for pulse again. There is still no pulse. All there is, doesn't matter, we go on to the next one. We're going to move to the head, and then we're going to do the head tilt chin lift. And this is going to be pointing the chin straight up, and he's going to be looking about 45 degrees that way. This is to pull away that tongue that might be in the way. We're going to open up the mouth, check if there's something in the mouth. I don't see anything. If there was, we need to go in, grab it out, but now there's nothing, so I can go straight to B for breathing. Listen with our ear by the nose, feel with our cheek by the mouth, and looking at the chest going up and down. 10 seconds, there's no breathing. This means I need to give him breathing. So I'm going to go into the first aid kit, grabbing the CPR breathing mask. I'm not going to waste time opening it up. I don't want to rip this plastic, man. This is important plastic. So it has two sides. We have the big side and the small side. I'm going to blow over the small side, not onto, over. Because the big side, if it goes into the mouth, you can actually see, come closer, come look, you see that gap there. That gap's on this side as well. I need to still close that, and I'm not going to do it with my fingers. I need to do it with my lips. So I'm going to put this in, cover the face, close the nose. I'm going to open the airway completely. Now with this guy, completely means just before we lift him up. That is the full opening up of the airway. And then we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now, did it work? Let's take it out and check. 10 seconds for breathing, and still nothing. Now, we have completed the primary survey. We've checked pulse, there was nothing, so we gave him a pulse, we checked again, nothing. We opened the airway, checked for breathing, there was nothing, we gave him breathing, we checked again. Now, primary survey is finished. And the primary survey has told us we need to do CPR. Now we do CPR. Well, if that wasn't CPR, then what the heck is CPR? CPR is when you're doing the chest compressions and the ventilations together. Again and again and again, back to back to back to back. So this would be doing 30 chest compressions. Directly after that, going to 2 ventilations. Then back to 30. And then 2, 30 and 2, 30 and 2, 5 times. 32, 30 and 2, 30 and 2, 30 and 2, 30 and 2. Then we check for pulse, then we check for breathing. If there's still no pulse, still no breathing, then we go again. 32, 32, 32 again, 5 times. 5, check, 5, check, 5, check, 5, check. Until he's alive. Until someone takes over for you, like another first aider, someone even from the street that you just trained quickly yourself. You said, okay, let me show you quickly how to do this, and then you show them and they do it while you're supervising them. If a paramedic comes and he says, right, stop, he's dead, or if you are physically just too tired to go on. If you're going to go unconscious or collapse, just before then, you stop. Okay. Now, we did CPR. We did 5 cycles. Now we're going to check. Is he breathing? Does he have a pulse? He's alive. He is breathing. He has a pulse. In this situation, then we're going to ask Siobhan, when is the ambulance arriving? So she would then on the phone ask, okay, how far is the ambulance? If they say, no, it's 10 minutes, then we're going to do the secondary survey. If they say, no, it's going to be 25 minutes, half an hour, then, no, other way around. 25 minutes, we're going to do the secondary survey. If it's less than 20 minutes, then we're going to do follow-up care or ongoing casualty care. Staying with the casualty and waiting so that they can come and do the secondary survey because they're going to do a much better job than you and me. Okay. Now, what do we do in this situation for follow-up care? So he's still unconscious. He's not with us now. What do we do?
We're still monitoring the CIB.
We still check the CIB every 10 minutes, yes, but what position do we place him in? Brace position, the recovery position. Arm, leg, to get him onto the side. Okay, and that's it.